You know, at this point, I really feel like I'm starting to become a broken record player when it comes to this stuff, but every season when it starts to like dwindle down to its end point, I make one of these videos and I talk about what needs to be changed moving into the next season of Apex, and I swear, like, on my life, I say the same thing every single time. This has been like since season 3, so like season 3, season 4, and season 5. I think I've had about the exact same list of things. It doesn't really seem like the things that I think are important to the game and its future are the same things that are important to the developers of Apex. Now this is understandably going to be a little bit more of a, no, I wouldn't say a negative video, but more of a, it's kind of coming down to it. Like previously I didn't really have any other games that I played. Like I would dabble with like Rainbow Six Siege here and there, or like, you know, just some other like stupid fun indie games with my friends. But now that Hyperscape is out and it's kind of like putting a little bit of pressure on Apex, I really hope that they do something about this, because I really genuinely love this game. I've put nearly 2,000 hours into it, and like it's just one of those games that it's so entertaining, and like the movement of it was so fun and fluid, and its movement, for at least for me, because I never played Titanfall, hadn't been outdone until Hyperscape dropped. But now it really needs to like make itself sustainable in the current ecosystem, and there are a couple ways that it can do that. And one of them, this is off the record, this isn't even one of the things that I want to see yet, but it needs to add cross progression. We know crossplay is coming out. I'm a little disturbed that it's coming out so late, but it needs it's literally just selfishness and greed that's stopping cross progression from existing in Apex. That's it. I don't want to hear any ifs, ands, or buts. It's literal greed. Other games now are making it, especially like when crossplay drops in August, when it comes out for consoles on Hyperscape, I'll be able to play a match on my PC and then go downstairs and boot up the game on my Xbox, have the same cosmetics I bought, have my battle pass level, and have everything else that I have on my PC on the same account. Why can't you do that for Apex Legends? Because they want you to buy the skins again. It's crazy. Like, it's unbelievable. But moving on to the actual things that I wanted to talk about, when quests first came out at the beginning of season 5, I was like, all right, yeah, this is pretty cool. I was pretty hyped for it. But then like probably 4 or 5 of them in, I realized that it wasn't really going to be anything more than like a 3-minute walk somewhere, hold the E down, defend the point for 30 seconds, and then walk to a dropship. And while I did think it was fun, and I thought the writing was incredible, the writers for Apex Legends and like the people who create the lore are phenomenal, but the actual quests themselves, like at the end of the day, Apex Legends is a video game. This isn't like a character pop-up book. People play Apex because it's a video game. I know that the reason that there weren't voice actors and actresses is because everybody's been home because of the unnameable plague, but if they're really gonna start giving us fewer and fewer limited time modes and events, there needs to be higher quality going into these quests. Like I wish that there were like other enemies who shot at you, like if they had like the robot enemies with guns and stuff like that, just something to add a little bit of flavoring to these quests. Like I feel like they're just like serving up a bowl of like hard ramen, like no water, no seasoning packets, nothing, and they're just like, all right, chow down, that's what you're getting this season. And like going into it, like season 1 was a little rough, season 2 they started to like iron things out, season 3 was phenomenal, season 4 started to take it downhill a little bit. No, actually I take that back, season 4 was really bad. That was actually my least favorite season. The limited time modes were terrible, but look, I can't even say that the limited time modes in season 5 were terrible, because we literally haven't gotten any. We had like the one, I don't remember what it was. It must not have been very good if I can't remember it. Oh, we got the we got Armed and Dangerous again. That's just like what are we gonna do? Bring back the old one that we had already. Like I feel like I know that nobody is like forcing people to spend money on Apex, but as somebody who's put thousands of hours and hundreds of dollars into Apex, I really honestly feel like I'm no longer getting like what I came to the game for. It used to be like completely unique. It used to have the best movement, some of the best gunplay. It had interesting story. It had really fun limited time modes. And I feel like all that's just kind of slowly slipping, and the devs aren't really doing anything about it. And like, just going forward with that idea, I want to talk about my next point, which is that there really literally haven't been any characters added that change the meta in like an enjoyable way. Really, the only character up until the midway point of this season who had changed the meta was Wattson, and I've talked about how she's significantly slowed down play and brought down the skill cap of like competitive environments, but I thought they changed her in a good way. I enjoyed the changes that they made to her, but then they replaced her with an even worse character, and they were like, all right, it's time for Revenant to have his time to shine. And the whole premise of people playing Revenant is to make other players' time in the game less enjoyable. Like, if that makes sense. Like, Revenant's ability is to just strip other players down of everything but their gun, which is honestly the opposite of fun. Now, I'm not saying like you should have an enemy who like amplifies your abilities, but like, I don't know, it just feels bad. Like, anytime I come up against a Revenant, it just feels bad. It's like, all right, if I get hit with this dude's thing, I'm like literally dead. Especially like as a Wraith player, because you have that extra 5% damage, so you just get hit and you're a sitting duck, and then yeah, you're dead. Especially since the change to Wraith where your phase takes so long. So yeah, I really hope that Rampart, if that is the legend that we get in this next season, is more of a fun character, because like Loba came out and people played with her for like a couple hours, and then they were like, wait a second, she's just like kind of bad Pathfinder like with her bracelet. And even her tactical ability, like I think if they upped the amount of items each person could take, it would be all right. Or if they just increased the radius, because like it's really not that helpful to have a Loba when she just picks up stuff that, you know, you could just walk 10 feet and pick up yourself. So I would like to see a buff to her as well. We really need another weapon though. And like, I say that we need another weapon, but that actually kind of scares me, because there's already so much in the loot pools. Everything is so diluted that like it almost scares me to say that, but like we really do. Like, I wish that they had a system where they would like cycle guns in and out every like, you know, half season or season or something like that. Like, I wish that there were some guns that they would just be like, all right, we're taking you out for a little bit, we're replacing you with this gun. That way the loot pools don't get so oversaturated, which is definitely the direction they're heading, and I think that's why they didn't put a new gun in Season 5. Additionally, like the other thing, this has literally been a problem since the day the game dropped, has been servers. The servers for this game are like, it's unbelievable. This game's been out for a year and a half, almost more than a year and a half actually, and the servers are still like, they're so bad. Between server lag, games just literally crashing, even in the firing range servers crash. There's so many like little bugs. I know of one in particular where if you change a specific key binding, you can actually crash the server. So it's just like, it's just unacceptable at this point. EA is such a huge company and has so much capital, and like, it's crazy to me that they can't get their servers working, but that's just, you know, it's no biggie, you know, that's just how you play the game. But the other thing along the same line is I've never ever been the kind of person to like speak out and advocate for changes to skill-based matchmaking. In fact, in the past, I've actually defended skill-based matchmaking, but things are different now. There are a lot of players, especially on PC, who have moved on to different games. So obviously I don't work at Respawn or EA. I don't know how many players are frequenting Apex Legends, but I think you're going to see that it's taken a pretty big hit. A lot of players have gone to Valorant, and I know a lot of Apex players who are now moving on to Hyperscape. And so what that does is it takes out people from the skill-based matchmaking, like from those lobbies, and now there's less of a cushion between the different skill tiers. So now, whereas like Predator players might have been getting matched with like Diamond or high Platinum players in pubs lobbies, now you're going to start to see that if, you know, those Platinum players or those Gold players or Diamond or whoever have moved on to play Valorant or Hyperscape, that cushion is now gone, and like you're seeing that. I'm not that good at Apex. Like, I have never been that good at Apex, and I'm starting to load into pub matches with players who have like 30, 40, 50,000 kills. Like, as somebody who has like barely a 1.4 KD, I should not be getting matched up with like world tier Predators, but that's what's happening, and it makes the game significantly less fun. And like, just something's got to be done about that. Either just let us have that old school experience where, you know, you don't know who you're going up against, you don't know who you're fighting, with like very loose skill-based matchmaking, or you gotta figure something else out. Like, I'm not getting paid a salary at Respawn to figure this out. I'm just a guy who sits in his bedroom and plays the game that you make. So like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm getting a little bit heated here. You can probably hear it in my voice. I'm a little bit upset because this is a game that I've always been very passionate about, and I feel like, you know, I don't want to say that they're not trying, because I don't know what they're doing over there, but it's not nearly as enjoyable as an experience as it was a couple months ago, back when we had like the Grand Soiree. Like, literally, I don't need a full-on quest line campaign mode. Just let me play fun limited time events. That's it. That's all. Like, that's my conclusion of this video. Just let me have fun, please. Hashtag make Apex fun again. I'm sorry if you were looking for a ray of sunshine today. Today was a little bit of a reality check, a little bit more of a real video, real deep dive into my feels, my passion, and anger. That's gonna be it though. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you disliked it, dislike it. I appreciate you watching nonetheless. Let me know down in the comments if you're satisfied, if you're happy with the current state of Apex, or if you're kind of looking out into other areas and other games right now. That's gonna be it though, guys. If you're not already, you can join the club by hitting that red subscribe button right underneath this video. Great things are coming, and always will be coming. I don't plan on leaving this channel anytime soon. Until tomorrow though, guys, take it easy.